everyone, welcome back. Do you remember our story last week? Joseph had just been sold to be a slave in Egypt. This week we continue our story. Reuben, the brother that was going to save Joseph from the well, had been working and hadn't seen what had happened. When he returned to the well, he noticed that Joseph was gone. He had been sold to an important man named Potiphar, an assistant to the Pharaoh of Egypt. The rest of the brothers took Joseph's beautiful robe and dipped it in animal blood and took it back to their father. When the father saw this, he cried, "Some animal has killed my son!" And he cried for many, many days, so much so that nobody could comfort him. Now Joseph had started out as a slave, but the Lord was with Joseph and he helped him to do everything right. So Potiphar made him his helper and put him in charge of everything that he had owned. The problem came when Potiphar's wife lied about Joseph to her husband, so Potiphar had Joseph put into jail. The Lord was still with Joseph in jail, and the warden put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners. He never worried because the Lord was with Joseph and helped him do everything right. After Joseph had been in jail for some time, a cupbearer and baker to Pharaoh had been sent there. One night each of them had a dream. They told their dreams to Joseph, and he told the cupbearer he would soon be let out of jail. "Please tell Pharaoh about me and ask him to get me out of here," Joseph said. When the cupbearer was freed, he forgot about what Joseph did. So Joseph stayed in jail for 2 more years, until one day the Pharaoh had a dream and nobody could explain it to him. The cupbearer then remembered what Joseph had done for him, and Joseph was brought to Pharaoh. "Can you understand dreams?" Pharaoh asked. "I can't, but God helps me," Joseph replied. After Pharaoh had told him his dream, Joseph explained, "God is warning you. There will be 7 years when nothing will grow, and there won't be any food for anyone." "What can I do?" Pharaoh asked. "God has shown you what to do. There will be 7 years before the bad years that will be so good. So good that there will be extra food for everyone. So you should save a little bit of each year's harvest. That way you will have enough to get you through the bad years," Joseph said. Pharaoh believed all that Joseph told him and put him in charge of all the land of Egypt. People came from all countries to buy grain from Joseph because the whole world was in need of food. Some of those people were Joseph's brothers. When his brothers came, Joseph recognized them, but they did not know who he was. It had been over 10 years since they had seen him. The brothers all bowed to him because he was an important person, just as he had dreamed they would. Do you remember Joseph's strange dream from last week, when the bunches of grain bowed down to Joseph's grain? That dream has now come true. After a few meetings with his brothers, he could not keep it in any longer, and Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father alive?" But his brothers couldn't answer him because they were afraid. Then Joseph said, "Come here, I am your brother, the one you sold. Do not worry and do not be angry at yourselves for selling me, because God has put me here to save people from starving." So his father, his brothers, and their families came to live in Egypt with Joseph, and they had all the food they needed. So this week I have created a craft about dreams. I have named it "I Have a Dream." And what I thought would be really great is if you could cut some cloud shapes and put all your dreams for your community, for the world, and for yourselves. You should share all your dreams in the comments. Time for a prayer. Dear God, thank you for the story of Joseph the dreamer. Thank you that just like Joseph, you have exciting plans for our futures. Help us to listen to you and recognise when you are speaking to us. Help us to trust you and learn the lessons you have for us. We pray for the world that they would trust you to bring them through these really difficult times. Amen. I hope you have a fantastic week.